Good evening. The news summary for this Friday, the 10th of October. The Electoral Commission would like to reassure the public that the procedures governing the counting of votes will remain consistent with the law and established guidelines. ECS also confirms receiving correspondence from both political parties currently contesting in the second round of the presidential elections concerning the matter. United Seychelles party leader and presidential candidate Dr. Patrick Emini has expressed concern following a letter that he says his LDS political opponent, Wavell Ramkalawan, has sent to the Election Commission. Dr. Emini says that in this letter, Mr. Ramkalawan has asked the Electoral Commission to count the ballot papers that have not been stamped as a valid vote. Dr. Emini gave more details in a press conference this afternoon at the Maison du Peuple. The press conference was attended by his legal advisor, Basil Waro, other political representatives supporting him, and local and international observers.
We are very worried by recent developments by the President of the Republic, who is a candidate in this election. He has instructed the Electoral Commission to consider all ballot papers, even if they are not stamped, as valid votes cast. We find that to be extremely worrying, because the law says that if a ballot paper is not stamped, it is considered as a rejected one. So what is his ulterior motive? What does he want to do? This is worrying, and like I've said, we will not accept the results if a single ballot paper, which is unstamped, is counted as a valid vote. And we will get our supporters on the street. Make no mistake about that.
The Election Commission continues with its process for the second round of the presidential election this weekend. As was the case in the first round, the same procedure is being followed to ensure that there are no constraints during this second round. All verifications have been followed to ensure that everything is in order with the ballot papers that the stations have received today. The ballot control officer reiterates the appeal to all voters that there is enough voter education in the media that will guide them during the electoral process.
The sealed ballot boxes were transported under heavy security to the headquarters of the Election Commission. Today, officials are opening and sorting these envelopes, organizing the ballots according to their respective districts. The process is being overseen by Steve Telemo, who is responsible for ballot paper management at the Commission. As part of this process, the envelopes are also being counted to ensure that ballots are correctly allocated to specific districts. The sorting is taking place in the presence of representatives from the two political parties contesting the second round of elections, United Seychelles and the L'Union Démocratique Seychellois. Security personnel, including police officers and local election observers, are also monitoring the process. These sealed envelopes will be sent to the appropriate district stations on the main election day tomorrow, where they will be opened and the ballots counted together with the votes cast in the districts. A total of 5,273 people were on the voters' list to cast their ballot at special polling stations yesterday on the first day of voting. Special polling stations were set up in English River and Besaint-Anne-Pralin to accommodate voters who will be unavailable on the main voting day tomorrow, including those traveling abroad or working in essential services. People registered in districts on Mahé but working in Pralin were also able to vote at the Besaint-Anne station. Voting also took place at the Remand Center and the Northeast Point Nursing Home, with patients from Northeast Point Hospital participating as well. Additionally, voters based on Frégate and some remote islands such as Assumption, Denis, Bird, Astove, Farquhar, Poivre, Desroches, and Daros also cast their votes yesterday. Ballots from Silhouette and other remote islands where voting is taking place today will also be sorted later today and allocated to the correct districts. Today, 269 registered voters were expected to cast their ballots. The Electoral Commission will announce the total number of people who voted over the first 2 days only after the sorting and verification process is complete. As a reminder, there are 77,045 registered voters on the current electoral roll. The majority are expected to vote tomorrow on the main polling day.
Workers on Silhouette also voted today in the second round of the presidential election. From a list of 147, 93 citizens were able to exercise their civic rights at this special station. The station opened on time at 9 a.m. and closed at 1 p.m. 54 workers from North Island traveled to Silhouette to cast their votes. Voters on the outer islands continued to go to the polls today for the second round of the presidential election. Today it was the turn of people who work on Farquhar, Alphonse and Platte Island. The electoral officers arrived on Alphonse at 2 p.m. and a total of 36 voters were registered to vote on the island, but only 29 voted and 7 others did not vote. The station opened at exactly 2:35 and closed at 2:58. All verification procedures were respected in accordance with the election law. And with this, we come to the end of this news summary. Have a very pleasant evening.